Jaya Giri Vanadari Jaya Giri Vanadari Yashodanandana Jaya Raja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Giri Vanadari Jaya Giri Vanadari Yashodanandana Jaya Raja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Giri Vanadari Jaya Giri Vanadari Yashodanandana Jaya Raja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parapacharya Sutta Sata Shri Srimati's Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 29, Text 3. Chapter 29 entitles Explanation of Devotional Service. Virago yena purusho Bhagavan salvato bhavet Archakswa jiva lokasya Vividamama samsriti Virago yena purusho Bhagavan sarvato bhavet Archakshwa jiva lokasya Vividamama samsriti Virago yena purusho Bhagavan sarvato bhavet Archakshwa jiva lokasya Vividamama samsriti Virago yena purusho Bhagavan Sarvato Bhavit Achakshva Jiva Lokasya Vivida Mama Samsriti Viragoyena Purusho Bhagavan Sarvato Bhavit Achakshva Jiva Lokasya Vivida Mama Samsriti Viragoyena Purusho Bhagavan Sarvato Bhavit Achakshva Jiva Lokasya Vivida Mama Samsriti Viragaha detached Yena by which Purushaha a person Bhagavan my dear Lord Sarvataha completely Bhavet may become Achakshva please describe Jiva Lokasya for the people in general Vividaha manifold Mama for myself Samsritihi repetition of birth and death. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki. Devahuti continued, my dear Lord, please also describe in detail, both for me and for the people in general, the continual process of birth and death. For by hearing of such calamities, we may become detached from the activities of this material world. Translation again. Devahuti continued, my dear Lord, please also describe in detail, both for me and for the people in general, the continual process of birth and death. For by hearing of such calamities, we may become detached from the activities of this material world. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki. In this verse, the word samsritihi is very important. Sheyaha shriti means the prosperous path of advancement towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And samsriti means the continued journey of the path of birth and death towards the darkest religion of material existence. People who have no knowledge of this material world, God, and their actual intimate relation with Him, are actually going to the darkest religion of material existence in the name of progress in the material advancement of civilization. To enter the darkest religion of material existence.
Religion. What word is it? Region. It's a region, the darkest region.
Region.
It's an area.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
It's very close, but there's no region.
Okay.
To enter the darkest
religion.
Region.
To enter the darkest region of material existence means to enter into a species of life other than the human species. Ignorant men do not know that after this life they are completely under the grip of material nature and will be offered a life which may not be very congenial. How a living entity gets different kinds of bodies will be explained in the next chapter. This continual change of bodies in birth and death is called samsara. Devahuti requests her glorious son Kapila Muni To explain about this continued journey, to impress upon the conditioned souls that they are undergoing a path of degradation by not understanding the path of bhakti yoga, devotional service. Om Jnana Timirandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Ummini Tamyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. I was born in the darkness of ignorance. My spiritual masters kindly forced to open my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I have my humble obeisances to such a spiritual master. And what really gets me in the translation is Devahuti. I'll just read the translation again. Devahuti continued, "My dear Lord, please also describe in detail, both for me and for the people in general, the continual process of birth and death. By hearing of such calamities, we may become detached from the activities of this material world." So what hits me from the translation is that, "My dear Lord, please also describe in detail, both for me and for the people in general." So she's praying for herself, but she's also praying for everyone else. And that's amazing for me to hear, especially because I'm really self-absorbed. I always pray for myself. So she's praying to Krishna that not just her get delivered, but also everyone else, because she's seen that it's possible to get liberated from this earth and the material body, and the human species of life especially. It's our chance to get liberated. And I can ask you guys a question. How can we become bhakti yogis? By hearing. Yeah, that could be one. Yeah.
First stage.
By having relationships with other bhakti yogis.
Yes. And bhakti means giving and love. So connection. So with connection with other devotees and with connection to our spiritual masters and doing them service, preaching, we can be in the path of bhakti yoga and giving people Krishna. And for example, I read in the Lilamrita, I just finished it a few days ago. Saraswati, when she could first talk, she would always talk about Krishna, and whenever she would go up to someone and talk, she would have a conversation about Krishna. Even though she had so little vocabulary, she just learned to talk. She would use it in Krishna's service, and I found that really amazing. And one of my other realizations from this verse is that we should not focus on detaching ourselves from the material world. But why shouldn't we? We're always cursing the material world. We're never happy with it. It's not an enjoyable place all the time, 24/7. So why shouldn't we focus on detaching from this material world? Why don't we just go into the Himalayas and just pretend we're not in the material body? Anyone? Anyone?
We're in Kali Yuga. Our minds are always disturbed. So therefore we can't go to the forest and sit there and meditate on Krishna. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Yes. And also we should focus on using our body in Krishna's service, because it's a different thing if you get instructed by your guru, or you get a realization from Krishna and he tells you to do something, that's a different thing. But Krishna also wants you to do service, and your spiritual master and the devotees need help. They can't do everything by themselves. And another point is to enter the darkest region of material existence means to enter into a species of life other than the human species. So we can be in the darkest region, and we can still be in it in the human form, because what do? We're like animals. We eat, sleep, we communicate, we mate. We're just the same as animals. But it says here that we're the only ones who can get liberated, the human species. So yes, Krishna can send a dog back to Godhead, but that's all up to him. It's not up to us. But what we can change is we can change humans. We can change their minds, because in this species they can come to Krishna. It's possible. So it's saying we should never give up, even if we get pushed down. We should always come up. It's actually quite sad that people don't realize that life is eternal and changing bodies, and you can get liberated. People don't know this, and that's why some people are so some people are so savage, and it's because they don't know. They don't understand karma. I don't understand karma still, but I'm getting there slowly, and. For example, my cat, he wouldn't have no idea about this. And if I talk to someone else, they may have a chance of understanding it. But if I talk to my cat, it's just going to go into, touch me, give me food, give me food. And it also says, ignorant men do not know that after this life they are completely under the grip of material nature and be offered a life which may not be very congenial. So that's kind of what I just explained. Another point is how a living entity gets different kinds of bodies will be explained in the next chapter. That's really exciting. I think that'll be really interesting. I'm looking forward to that. It also says here, Devahuti requests her son Kapila Muni to explain about the continued journey to impress upon the conditioned souls that they are undergoing a path of degradation by not understanding the path of Bhakti Yoga. So Devahuti has this control over her son, because she's done service for her son. She's brought him up, that she can instruct him. So she's instructing him to follow Lord Chaitanya's path, to distribute the Sankirtan, to give the realization of birth and death, continued birth and death. And in the same way, a mother who brings up her son, she has the power to tell her son what to do, because the son is under the control of the mother. And it's the same with the spiritual master and the brahmachari. The brahmachari follows the spiritual master's orders, and because the brahmachari realizes that the spiritual master has done so much for him, and they're very grateful to him, that they want to do a service for him. So it's quite cool how you can be, a mother can be in control in control of their children, and it's not really that case anymore. People won't listen to their parents anymore, I don't think, and it's partly because of association, and we can see that association changes people in so many different ways. And for example, all of my friends from when I was really little, they were all nice kids. They went to a high school and they completely changed their attitude, and they completely changed their ways. And it's just amazing how association can change your mind, and it can change who you are. So in this way we need to be strong-minded, because in association with people who aren't devotees, we're going to get a sense of their being, and we would want to copy them, imitate, because everyone imitates in the material world. I'm not doing anything that anyone else did. I'm imitating everyone else who had blue hair. I'm imitating saxophone players with my saxophone. I'm imitating breaking my arm, and all of this stuff we're all imitating. So everything that we've done, it's been done before. Any reactions, questions, comments, realizations?
Good class, Nama Ruci.
Yes, every class is getting better. It's sewing it together. But this is a calamity. This birth and death is a great calamity. And the most amazing thing is we don't think it's going to happen to us. But it is. So this is, a good opportunity to come and listen. And like I say, association is very important. So we need to get the right association and stay in that association, and gradually we'll become.
It's also we have to be strong-minded, because we're in a world where there's not devotees, and we can't just change our mind because there's non-devotees. We have to be strong-minded, because it takes a strong-minded person to keep up his faith and to keep up his practice.
Yes, the animal propensities are just under the surface, so we've got to overcome these animal propensities by coming to the human platform.
Yep.
And we do that by discussing topics of Krishna or God. By talking about God, it brings us to such a high level that we can control the animal propensities a lot better. What was these words? Vairagya or Savatya? Was it non-detachment? Was the translation? I'll get it. I'll just go and hear it again. One of the things I think was detached. And what was the other word? Completely. Yeah, becoming completely detached is what we have to do from the animal.
Yeah. But I also said that detachment isn't the main thing which we should focus on, because we have to prioritize.
Yes.
And that's the way to get through things. We prioritize, because there's always going to be so much things which you have to do, and we have to prioritize. That's the only way to get through them.
Yes. So detachment doesn't mean no activity. It just means not being attached to it. You can still do the activity, and then you offer the fruit. So we hear about karma yoga.
Yep.
So you do the activity for Krishna, or like for us, like serving the devotees is another activity we can do in a detached way. We're serving others. It's actually the best form of activity is service. But that takes a lot of detachment. It's not about ourselves, it's about pleasing others. So that takes, again, something that needs to mature.
Yeah. Cool.
Like we can see Prabhupada, he came all the way to the west on the boat, the whole thing. He wasn't doing it for his own pleasure, he was doing it for the pleasure of Krishna and spiritual masters. So he was detached from the whole activity in a way, but he was engaging in it fully.
Yeah.
So
He still had all of those desires.
Yes.
He still had materialistic desires, but he just didn't have time for them, because he prioritized.
Absolutely.
Anyone else?
Very good, Nama Ruci.
Jai.
Thank you.
Entourage Srimad Bhagavatam ki.
Jai. All the